no exclusions to this whatsoever. So there's going to be no exclusions to this whatsoever, is what you're telling me, correct? So I'm asking you the question on whether it's exhaustive.
I'm not entirely sure what exhaustive means.
Okay, so I already told you it's that it's true in all cases. That's what I was asking.
What? That a woman is a woman?
Yeah, what's the
Okay,
basic?
so no, I'm asking you. Okay, so I'm asking you if it is the case in all possible scenarios.
What's the basic scientific definition of a woman?
So okay, so again, I'm going to ask the question real quick: is it exhaustive, meaning that it encompasses all possible cases?
There are no other possibilities of what a woman is.
Okay.
No, he's trying to go on a tangent about mutations and intersex.
Category error. This is just a category error. So going back to this, so I'm going to ask you again, Kraut. Do you think that your definition is going to encompass all possible cases?
My definition of a woman?
If it's non-exhaustive, can they be assigned a gender at birth?
No, I don't believe in assigning gender at birth. That's retarded.
Yeah, so if it's not exhaustive, then it's just not going to cover all cases.
Okay,
that's all that entails. You can still use. So you can still use it as a tool. You can still use it as a tool. It's just not going to be like a good for every possible case.
They have to exhaust the definition first in order to say yes, this is a female.
You don't even know what these words mean, Toasty. I don't know why you're trying to talk when you yourself are completely conceptually impoverished on this. You don't.
Have you ever had your dick sucked even?
Yes, I have actually.
I highly fucking doubt that.
Yeah, good, because I don't really talk to you about my social life.
Yeah, you probably gotten your dick sucked on WoW. Congratulations, I guess.
You think?
I think we're going into personal territory.
So anyways,
I think we should avoid that.
Yeah, that's fine. So anyways, going back to you, Kraut. So yeah, if you don't have an exhaustive definition that it excludes all trans people, then really, I'm not the one. So really, then it just doesn't.
You want the definition of a woman?
So what I'm asking you is, if it's exhaustive, that means it's going to cover all cases. If it is the case that your definition doesn't cover all cases, you're just on the same playing field as me. And at that point, now we're arguing on whether there's more utility with my definition or yours.
Yeah, so you're trying to use these big words, hoping I don't know them, and a couple of them I don't. But again, your entire argument understanding about any topic that you're talking about. Feelings. My argument is based on facts and science, and this is what a woman is.
So is it a fact
a woman
that
is a person with XX chromosomes, and God forbid, she has a mutation, but let's exclude mutations out, because I know that's where you're trying to go.
So it's not exhaustive. So it's not exhaustive then. Okay, it's not exhaustive.
It is exhaustive because there's still a fucking woman. Let me speak.
So it doesn't cover all cases in which someone could be a woman then.
It does. It does. So, you got to listen to what I'm saying.
Perfect. So so you said XX chromosomes.
XX chromosomes. Listen, Brian. A woman is a person with XX chromosomes that should be able to give birth, that has lesser bone density, that has wider hips. That's what a woman is. Now, if you want to argue mutation intersex, they still fall under the category of male or female. Intersex is not a third sex.
So in other words,
you do know that, right?
Okay, so in other words, what you're saying is that your definition is not exhaustive.
My definition described a woman 100% what a woman is.
Okay, great. So
a man claiming to be a woman does not fit that definition.
So crap. Is it the case?
Answer my question.
Okay, he's not going to answer this. This is fine. So I'm going to
claims to be a woman. Will my definition of a woman fit his criteria?
So I'm just going to ask this question. I don't know why you don't want me to. I don't know why you don't want me to critique your worldview. This is really weird. So is it the case that okay, so you're just not answering this. This is fine.
Under male or female. So go ahead, bring up intersex.
Yeah, but not under your criteria. So do you think it's necessary for someone to be a female, or do you think that XX chromosomes are necessary for someone to be a female?
Yes.
Do the chromosomes still state if they're male or female?
So okay, this is your definition. This is your definition here. I don't know. Do you want to Talk about your definition some more? Or do you want to hash it
I
out?
said mutations aside, but now
So
we are
it has
talking about
exclusions then.
mutations.
Okay,
So I
so
asked
your
you,
definition is
if they got
non-exhaustive.
if they got extra
Okay,
chromosomes,
congratulations. Your
will they
definition's
still
non-exhaustive. You
dictate
just
if they're
you
male
conceded on
or
that right there.
female?
You've
But
conceded on that
you
yet
can't
again.
answer that question. What did I
So you've
concede on?
conceded
I
yet
said
again
off
on
the
this.
rip.
I don't know. I'm
No,
gonna
I
go again
didn't.
and
I
ask
said
this.
off the rip, not
So
counting
what I mean by
mutations.
exhaustive again
Now
for
we
you is
are
that it
talking about
covers
mutations.
all
You gotta
cases.
listen,
When you
bro.
make
Now we are
exceptions for
talking
certain
about
cases, you are no
mutations.
longer
But they,
talking about all cases. So once again, do
yes,
you have
we
a definition
are, bro.
that covers all
All right,
cases?
what
So okay,
sex
so
are
this is a contradiction.
intersex?
Wait,
What
then you
gender
hold a
is
contradiction then.
intersex?
So you have a
What gender is
definition. Wait, hold on.
intersex?
So you have a definition that is both okay. So you have a definition that is both exhaustive and non-exhaustive. That's going to be a contradiction.
What gender is intersex?
So okay. So again, this is just a category error. Intersex conditions
No.
refer to sex
What gender
characteristics.
is intersex?
Gender and
Definitions
sex are two
plain
different
and simple.
things. Gender and sex are two
Even
different
All right,
things.
Richard
what
Dawkins
This is a
sex is
this
intersex?
question
What
contains a
sex is
category error.
intersex?
What sex is
What
intersex?
sex is
Richard
intersex?
Dawkins would tell
It
you
depends.
man
literally
and
depends.
woman are both exhaustively defined.
Oh, so you're using
Richard Dawkins would tell you that. Are you
ChatGPT?
gonna
What is
disagree?
Oh, this
ChatGPT's
is what
usage
I
of
mean by you
exhaustive?
pull a Brian Shapiro. You don't
Yeah,
answer with
I
a
try.
hard line based fact.
No, I do
It's
actually.
what
I answered
sex is
literally every
intersex?
question. I even got
Are they
ChatGPT that I
male,
answered
female,
questions.
or
I even
go?
I even got Spin City to say that I answered questions. I don't know why you don't think I don't hold views.
Well,
When explicitly
I
everybody
didn't
except for you believes
clarify
that I
during the debate
don't
what
hold
I meant
views.
by that.
Everybody
You're
except for you
dancing
believes that I
around
hold
your
views.
point.
Everybody except for you believes that I hold views on the topic.
What sex is intersex? You still haven't answered that question. Are they male, female, or bubbly bump bump?
It depends on the characteristics.
Okay,
This is why the definitions of sex, by the way, are non-exhaustive too, by the way.
Give a characteristic out. Give a characteristic out of an XXY
So this is why the definitions for sex are also like non-exhaustive, by the way. Yeah, so I just say
what sex are they? An
depends.
XXXY person. What sex are they?
XXXY, probably male.
There you go. Male or female? What YYX? What sex are they?
Okay, so but if the definition of sex that you hold is non-exhaustive, then it is the case that they're going to be some people that don't fit into either
you can't
the male or
argue
female
from a
criteria.
mutation standpoint.
Yeah, because your definition is not
and I'm
exhaustive.
giving you the argument, but it still falls under male or
since your
female.
definition
That's
is
what your Brian
non-exhaustive,
Shapiro
it
might
doesn't
can't
cover all
understand.
cases. Yeah, your definition doesn't cover all cases.
You just said XXY is probably male, right? Now I gave you another scenario. What's YYX? Are they male, female, or bunny bump bump?
So XYY is what you mean? Is that what you're talking about? XYY?
Regardless of what chromosomes they have, what would they fall under? Male, female, or bunny bump bump?
Likely male. Likely male.
See, you keep saying male.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah.
Or maybe your answer might be female.
Wait, this is a really good question. Okay, he's not going to do this. Okay. So I need you to hold on. So I need you to answer a question. I need you to answer a question. Do you need to have a do you need to have a Y chromosome in order to be a man?
I don't know the whole logistics of how the chromosomes work.
Chromosomes and chromosomal entailment is not going to be an exhaustive criteria.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
See, I don't know
why.
It doesn't matter. I see why you didn't want to have this on live stream.
If I have the whole logistics
I can see why you didn't want to have this on
all
live
those
stream. So you're getting dogged.
chromosomes cover. The fact is, you just proved my fucking point. I gave you two examples of mutations.
Your point that what? Your point that the definition of sex is exhaustive? The definition of sex that you use is exhaustive?
Of where extra chromosomes will dictate a third sex, and I guarantee you can't fucking do it. Give me an example of extra chromosomes introducing a third fucking sex. I'm waiting.
So again, I'm just going to ask. Hold on. No. Toasty. No. I want to answer this question right here. So. I want him to answer this question because he completely dodged it. So is it necessary for someone to be male if they have a Y chromosome? Is it necessarily entailed by that?
It's absolutely necessary that they have a Y in their chromosome.
Really?
They have an XX, they are a woman.
Wait,
hold on, Toasty. No, hold on. So Toasty.
Give me an example of a third sex.
If you're XX, you are female, right?
Hold on, Mick. What's that?
So if you have XX chromosomes, that means you're necessarily female. Is that right?
Exactly. Yes, 100%.
So are you familiar with what's called XX male syndrome or 46XX
What sex are
or
they?
Galen
No,
Chappelle syndrome?
just for the sake of humoring you, I'll let you tell me.
So yeah, 46 XX male syndrome. It's found in 1 in 20,000 male births and is a rare genetic disease cause of infertility in phenotypic males. So that is an XX chromosomal pair, and they're also male. So in other words,
Hold on. What
so in other
sex
words,
are they?
in other words, they are male. So yeah.
Wait,
Anyways,
hold on.
going off of this.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Under
What's it called
Toasty's
again?
view, an XX phenotypical male is actually female. That's going to be like a weird reductio there.
No.
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
hold on.
Yeah,
Give me an example of a third sex.
This is why chromosomal sex is like not exhaustive, by the way. Like these are very like simple.
Yes,
like,
it is exhaustive.
Okay,
Yes,
so
it
then
is exhaustive.
so if it's necessary in order to be a woman, you must have
It's
XX
not
chromosomes.
all-
Why
it's
does the
not all
XX
inclusive.
male? Why is an
If
why is
it
a
was all
XX male
inclusive,
not a female?
They couldn't separate them.
Okay, this guy. Okay, you just don't know what words are. That's fine. That's fine. You don't know what words are, but I'm here to educate you on this.
You don't know
So
what fucking
exhaustive means
words
that it
mean.
covers all cases once again. So going off of this, if it is the case that it is necessary in order to be a woman, it is necessary to have XX chromosomes, and we have an example of someone who has XX chromosomes but is actually male. That means that the necessary conditioning you have of XX would not cover all females and all male, and exclude all males in this case. Which means it is not an exhaustive definition, which means that there are people who are categorized otherwise as male who would be female, and that's absurd.
So I got a question for you then. So all right, so we let the mutated people in. I'll give you that. For the sake of your argument, I'll say we'll let the mutated people in the women's restrooms. Would you let an XY individual? No. I'm answering the question.
So you grant that like sex, your definition of sex is non-exhaustive?
Hold on. You're arguing mutation, but I'm giving you that argument for the sake of it. Would you let an XY individual in the women's restroom?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So it doesn't matter. Why are you arguing mutation then? It's a
Are you familiar with the Swire syndrome? Wait, hold on. You're familiar. Wait. You're familiar with Swire syndrome, right?
Yeah, you're looking all this stuff
that's
online.
XY female,
I'm doing this off the rip, bro. And I'm still waiting for a third sex.
That's an XY female, you dumbass.
Hold on.
You just got done blustering right there. You forgot about Swire syndrome. Good shit, bro.
What are you talking about? So there's a third sex.
Swire syndrome. Yeah.
Hold on, Mick.
It's XY gonadal diagenesis. Yeah. Or dysgenesis.
So are they male, female, or going to be the bump bump?
Under your view regarding chromosomes, they'd be male, but under the realistic worldview, they'd be female.
Hold on. All right.
Under reality, they'd be female. Under your completely dysgenic worldview, they'd be male.
Right now, I'm the moderator.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So, anyways, obviously, I would allow obviously, I would be fine with allowing XY individuals to go into the restroom.
Shut your fucking mouth, dude. Stop. Full stop.
Stop.
All right. So, Bones, define for me what exhaustive is.
Exhaustive covers all cases.
No, that is not true. That's non-exhaustive. Non-exhaustive. I just pulled up the definition.
Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing, actually? So you're just going to say no?
We're dismantling
wait. So I'm just telling you my usage of it. Exhaustive means covers all cases, and I made sure to not be ambiguous about this, by the way.
An exhaustive argument lists or analyzes and explores every possible detail, angle, and piece of evidence without leaving anything out.
So covers all cases. So covers all cases. You dumb fuck.
Hold on.
That's fine. So covers all cases. It covers all cases, Toasty.
Hold on, Bones.
So it covers all cases.
Hold on, Bones.
You do not disagree with me. You just wanted to disagree with me because you wanted to feel good. And even then, you failed.
Hold on, Bones. You're not lying.
So yeah, your view is just completely absurd.
Squeak out in your fucking chair, okay? You're fine.
I am not. I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine.
So what that means is that there is a beginning and an end to the list of what can be a man and what can be a
Covers
woman.
all possible cases.
Non-exhaustive means it is all inclusive.
Covers all what? Non-exhaustive means that it's all inclusive. What?
Yes. Oh my fucking god! You really fucking are stupid.
Well,
This is
look,
yeah. You're
Bones
retarded.
already said
You're actually
he'll
like
let an
fucking
XY
retarded. Actually,
individual in the
holy
woman's
fuck. This
restroom.
is so toasty. Like
In
So
order for the
again,
so
doctor,
exhaustive
in
just
order
means
for
that
the
it covers
doctor
all
to
cases,
know
and your
what is
definition
a
agrees with
man,
mine. By the
so
way,
that they can
your
check
your
for male,
definition
check
agrees with
fuck,
my usage of
they
it.
have
So I
to
don't know
go
why
through
you
what
disputed this.
everything
So
is that
non-exhaustive
defines
would
what
just
a
mean
man
that
is.
it doesn't cover all cases.
So exhaustive is how a doctor knows what everything is that covers what a man is, so that they can check the male tick box. Which
So
means
no,
that
they
it's
just need
exhaustive.
enough reasonable
It
like
has a
character.
beginning.
No,
What
the
does it
doctor just
start
needs
with?
like enough
What does
reasonable
it
like,
start
or
with?
they need
Which is
enough
an XY
characteristics to just make the
chromosome.
assessment. They don't
Then
check
it goes
everything.
on. What's the testosterone
So the
level?
doctor doesn't check everything.
They
They
have
just
a
need enough
penis,
like
they have a vagina,
characteristics to be able to
so
make the
on and so
assessment.
forth.
So the
It
doctor
gives
doesn't
you a
check every single
comprehensive
characteristic. They
list.
just need enough of them to like make a reasonable assessment. So I don't know why you're lying about
Holy
this.
shit.
And once
Do you
again,
even
like
understand what
even with all
comprehensive
this, you
means?
won't find an exhaustive definition here. I've tried. Okay, I've literally tried. I've like debated with enough people on this to like be like super good at like arguing against this. Toasty, I
Scott's
grant
always
that you
really
can't
fucking
keep
saying.
up with me. I grant
always
that,
really
okay?
fucking
But
saying.
when I
Yeah,
keep
he doesn't even know
explaining
what
to you and I
comprehensive
keep
means.
like clarifying my
He doesn't
position to you and you
understand that
can't
trans
replicate it,
ideology is
that just shows like you're a
non-comprehensive.
really shitty interlocutor. And you've done this like every single time we've debated, by the way, which is why you're dog
Because you're
shit.
fucking
Which is why you stopped
stupid.
moderating and now you're like back to insulting me. So now that we're getting off the meta, do you have an exhaustive definition of man or woman?
Yeah, I do. There is
Yeah,
an
go for it.
exhaustive definition of what a man and a woman is. Has XY
Yeah.
chromosomes, has a fucking penis, and it has a higher testosterone
Okay,
than what's a
so
female.
okay, so are all these characteristics necessary?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So XX male syndrome. Yeah, this
XX
person
male
has
syndrome, it's still
XX.
gonna be a fucking male.
Okay, great. So yeah, under none of that criteria, by the way, under that definition, it fails, but they're still male under different usages. So your usage of male is dysgenic then. Good job. So going back to this, the reason why this fails is because you said that XY characteristics were necessary, meaning that they had to be present in all cases. So going from that, if it is the case that someone can be male without XY chromosomes, guess what? That means that your definition fails right there, and it's non-exhaustive.
No, it doesn't, because it affects roughly 1 in 20,000 male newborns.
Congratulations, you
newborns,
just demonstrated why your definition was non-exhaustive. Good job.
You just can I come in real quick, because Bones' argument is entirely
let Kraut come back, Toasty. You like completely failed.
You said when I asked you that would you let an XY individual in the woman's restroom, you said you would, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So are you arguing from feelings or science and facts? What are you arguing from?
Yeah. So I'm using like science and facts. Are you familiar with Swyer syndrome?
No. So science
so this
and facts
this is a female, by the way. This is a female, by the way, that has XY chromosomes. So an individual who has Swyer syndrome has XY chromosomes and is a female.
Okay.
I can't believe we got gapped on this again, by the way. I was just going to bring up the exact same example. I don't know why you wanted to have the second question.
If you're arguing from a scientific view, why are you okay with XY individuals going into women's spaces?
Because the chromosomes doesn't dictate whether someone should be allowed to be in women's spaces.
Yes, they do.
So hold on.
Okay, so guess what? Then guess what? Based off of this criteria, women with Swyer syndrome would be excluded. So good job, you completely blundered there again. I don't know why.
No, you're missing the point.
I see why you didn't. I see why you didn't want to litigate this topic in public, because you would have been dog walked in public. By the way,
with XX male syndrome are still fucking men. They don't fucking spontaneously grow a fucking vagina, dude.
That's but you said that XY chromosomes were necessary in order to be a man, Toasty. I mean, actually, I'm glad I'm recording this now. Okay, look, I'm so glad I recorded this.
That's why every step in the exhaustive list of definition is important.
Yeah, which is why you can't produce an exhaustive definition, by the way. You've like failed to do this.
List of what is a man and what is a woman.
You failed to provide the exhaustive definition, by the way. Just letting you know.
It's not
these like very obvious conditions that exist that you could have just learned about like 10 seconds ago when you like listen to me spew them out,
you're saying you're okay with XY. You're
Yes,
saying you're okay
you
with
think that's a
XY people
reductio?
going in the band.
Wait, you think that's a reductio under your view?
You asked. You
even
asked
under
me
mine?
if you.
Like
Okay,
what?
you asked me. You asked me if
Ugh.
XX male syndrome is still a male. I said yes.
No, I asked you if it
That
is the
wasn't
case
something I
that
just learned
so I
10 fucking
asked you
seconds
if
ago.
XY chromosomes were necessary, and I even clarified what
Yes,
necessary
they
meant,
are still
meaning that it covers
necessary.
all cases.
They are
That
still
necessary meaning it
necessary.
covers all cases. You said yes,
They
and then I
are
gave you an
still
example of someone who
necessary
is a man
scientifically.
who does not
They
have
are
what you
still
call a
necessary.
necessary
Listen,
criteria.
listen, if it's not a necessary criteria, how do you know that it's a fucking disorder? Stupid. You are
What are you
stupid son
talking
of a
about? Are
bitch.
you what?
Yeah, if it's not a necessary criteria, how do you know when it's a when if you're
I'm
encountering
doing
a
an
disorder?
internal critique, Toasty. Are you like
No,
slow?
you're not. No, you're not. You're just being
That's why I
fucking
said like
retarded.
what? Because I was like stun locked by how like completely lost in the conversation you were. I was critiquing your
No,
worldview
I'm not.
internally,
I'm not
whether
lost
on
in the
whether XY
conversation.
chromosomes were necessary. And when we went into it,
Yes, they
I gave an
are.
example of someone who does not have XY chromosomes who would otherwise be classified as a male. You were stun locked by it. You had no response to it.
No, I wasn't.
Because it directly
Hey,
contradicts the
I
Toby,
worldview.
fucking
It
answered
cannot be the
yes.
case that
Nick,
XY chromosomes are necessary in order to be a man, but then you have
hold on,
people who
hold on.
have
Stop, Bones.
XX chromosomes
Stop,
who are
Bones.
also
Stop,
men.
Bones. Stop,
So
Bones.
guess
hey,
what?
Stop,
Toasty, I'm
Bones.
Guess
about to
what?
get
You've been
off.
reduced to
All
absurdity.
right.
You have a contradiction in your view.
But
Therefore, it is
look,
No, I
false.
don't.
This view that you hold is
I,
completely
I,
false because it is
hold
useless.
on, Bones. Hold on, Bones. Be nice to
Yeah,
Nick.
I'm like
How did I
holding
answer
on
that
to your
question?
fucking like hair right now
yeah,
because I'm pulling it right now. I'm like
I'm about to
fucking
get off.
pulling
So I
you
want
and dunking you into the water on
5 minutes
this.
with Bones real quick because I'm about to get off. So I just want like 5 minutes
Yeah,
with Bones
perfect.
real quick.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead. Take your time.
You're like you can call it what you want, but it is at the end of the day mutation that you're arguing. Now let me finish. So
yeah,
you're
well,
arguing
hold
from a
on. You said that your
mutation
definition was
standpoint. No,
exhaustive
let me
though.
finish. Let me
If
finish. Let me
your
finish.
definition is supposed to cover all cases, and if it doesn't, then it's
Hold
not
on,
exhaustive.
bro. You
So then
gotta
Bones!
we're
let
back to
me
step one right
finish.
Bones!
here.
If I
Bones!
said something inaccurate, I can understand you interrupting me, but I'm not saying anything
Oh no,
inaccurate. So
you
don't
did say
interrupt
something.
me.
You did say something inaccurate.
No, I
You
didn't, bro. Let me
misattributed.
finish. I'm
You did
about
not
Bones!
to get
accurately state
off.
the
Nick,
position.
Let me land it.
Nick,
What's up?
Bones.
So you
Shut
said I
up
can
for a
interrupt you
fucking
if you're not making sense, and I
Bones!
interrupted you. Now we're complaining about me
Bones!
interrupting you. So what is it?
Holy fucking shit, dude. Bones. He just said that he is on limited time right now. So shut the fuck up and let him get what he needs to get
He told me I
off of
can
his chest.
interrupt him if he made like something off.
Stop
So
interrupting him. Just mute
okay,
yourself for a fucking minute.
okay,
Give him 5
so
fucking minutes.
that's fine. Okay, so
So hold on. So you're
I
saying
can't interrupt him even
the
if he is
extra
making a mistake.
chromosomes
Okay,
aren't
gotcha.
mutations? Bones, are you saying the extra chromosomes aren't mutations?
No, that's not my view.
They are mutations.
No, okay.
You don't know that?
You asked me if my view was that people with extra chromosomes and sorry, hold on. You asked me if it was my view that people who have extra chromosomes aren't mutated. I told you no.
But they
So
are.
that means that they are mutated, you
Look,
dumbass.
the fact
Holy
that you don't
shit.
know
You
that's a
can't track
mutation,
your
I'm
own
not even going to
questions.
argue that
You
point because
can't
that's just
track the
retarded.
answers to your
What
own
I'm
questions. Are
saying
you
is,
actually slow?
you're
Holy shit.
you're arguing
Like
mutations, but yet at the
neither of
same
you
time
have been
you
able to track the
stop.
conversation this entire time. Holy fuck, you're bad.
Also
You're bad at
said
this.
that,
You're terrible at this
dude,
now,
it's
Ian.
a
Holy shit.
mutations. You can look it up.
Yes,
They're
I
literally
agree with you.
classified
That's
as
why I said no to
mutations
your
or
question,
genetic
because you asked me
disorders.
if my view was
But
that
hold
people
on,
who
would
have
you
extra
agree they're
chromosomes
genetic
aren't
disorders at
mutated. And
least? Would you agree they're
I said
genetic
no, because they
disorders?
are mutated. You absolute knuckle dragger.
They're genetic mutation, their genetic disorders are mutations. But I
Yes,
still
yes, they
haven't
are
landed it.
mutations. Yes, we agree.
Okay,
I don't know why you
okay,
decided to
but you're
argue with me on
also
this when we
hold
agree.
on.
You didn't
God damn,
understand
we're
your
still
own
on this
question
fucking
because it was
point,
so
bro.
malformed. You couldn't
Listen.
understand your own
But
question
you're
because of how
also
malformed it is.
listen. You're also saying you're completely okay with XY individuals entering the female's restroom. So why are you
Yes,
trying to argue 2
including
points? They
those with Swire
contradict each
syndrome.
other.
That they don't contradict
So
each other.
why? Hold on. No. You
My
see,
view is perfectly consistent here.
you're doing a Shapiro tactic. You're trying to get away from the question.
You asked me if
Why
I would
does it
allow people with
matter?
XY
Why does
chromosomes
it
into the women's
matter
restroom,
if
and
they
I
have
told you
extra
yes. An example
chromosomes?
being women with Swire
Bro,
syndrome.
you're Look, it doesn't matter what they have. Understand what I'm saying.
So it does matter because they have XY chromosomes. You asked me if I would allow people with XY chromosomes into the restroom.
Let me
for
talk.
women.
Let me talk, and you can understand what I'm saying, bro. Just because you're laughing doesn't make you right. You can't say it just means that I'm completely. You can't say you're completely okay with XY individuals entering the female's restroom while also arguing genetic disorders.
Do you think that this is a reductio or no? If I say yes.
No, your argument doesn't make sense because your argument.
Wait, if you want to argue science, it does.
If you want to argue science and genetic disorders, yeah,
dude, you didn't even know what the DSM was. I don't know why you're trying to lecture me about science when the entire field that we're trying to discuss is like within psychology and within biology when you don't know anything about either.
Psychology is a soft science. We already covered that. We can't go off psychology.
I also talked about biology
I'm going to ask you one more time.
Especially with Swire syndrome, by the way.
Do you support XY individuals going into women's restroom?
I'm going to answer this one more time for you. Yes, including those with Swire syndrome.
No.
No, you don't. Wait, so you would exclude those with Swire syndrome into the women's restroom? Oh my god!
Completely thrown out the fucking window.
I think that's like more absurd than anything else, by the way.
Hold on, bro. Why do you support XY individuals going into the women's restroom?
What? Because some of them are women.
No, XY individuals are fucking men, bro.
Okay, wait. Even those with Swire syndrome.
We're not talking about genetic disorders.
Wait, but these are people with XY chromosomes. I thought we were discussing individuals with XY chromosomes. I'm just trying to get.
We're talking about people with no genetic disorders, people with XY chromosomes. See, this is what I'm talking about. You're doing a Brian Shapiro. You're not answering the question. Why do you support those
excluding certain cases that would make your worldview absurd?
Dude, you can't answer the question, can you?
Oh no.
This ain't the gotcha you think, bro.
I did answer the question several times.
Why do you support XY?
You've had to change the question several times now. Because I completely dumbstrued it. Okay, I fucking excelled at answering that question.
There shouldn't be any caveat in your fucking answer. Why do you support XY?
There wasn't a caveat. Wait, there wasn't a caveat though. You also agree with this because you would also allow fathers with their daughters to enter the women's restroom. So I don't know why you think this is absurd on your view.
That is,
and that's also without a genetic disorder, by the way. So, like, answering that too.
Dude, we're talking about look. You're what's the word? Obfuscated. We're talking about a fully grown XY individuals entering the female's restroom. Why do you support that? Answer the fucking question.
Because
why do you support that?
Yeah, I think fathers should like protect their daughters in the restroom sometimes.
No. They don't have a kid, bro.
Wait. This is an XY individual going to the women's restroom.
Kid. It's a fully grown individual XY motherfucker that's going in the female's restroom. Why do you support that?
Oh, for the same reason why I would support like a father, or like a Swire syndrome person, or like a trans person. Because
see, those are the caveats. What? Answer the fucking question, bro. You're looking dumb right now.
So men can never go into the women's restroom. Is that the claim now that we're holding after that whole debate where you said the opposite?
Dude, answer my question. Come on, answer my question. Be faithful, man. A good faith.
I already gave you the reasons for each case.
No, you didn't tell me why you support XY individual entering a woman's restroom. Not because
they ought to be able to use the restroom.
Not because he has a genetic mutation. He's by himself. They ought to be able to use the restroom.
Hold on, Mick.
With other women in there?
Yeah, trans women. Yeah, trans women should be able to use the women's restroom if they want.
That's fucking absurd, bro. You're throwing caveats out the fucking wazoo. You're not being perfect, bro. You're being bad thing. You really
Holy
are.
Shit,
like, you
you're like actually you've been like atomized. Holy fuck.
Hey, ask me that same question, and I bet you I'll give you an upfront answer.
Like between you and Toasty, you might be able to get like a fucking third of a brain by the end of your development, Kraut. Because Toasty's been stunted since he was 2, by the way.
Again,
my assessment of your brain capacities is inaccurate. Gotcha. Toasty said that he had the same brain when he was 2.
What you said is inaccurate because we have a fundamental agreement based on facts and science. Your worldview comes from feelings. It's all about feelings with you people.
Yeah, I would return to those like complete platitudes if I lost. Yeah, I agree.
So
what you still haven't.
I got a question for you, Bones.
Yeah, go
what
for it.
Percentage of men are what percentage of men are sexual predators?
I don't know. It's probably like on the order of like maybe like
Well, pull it up
1%,
on your
maybe less
computer.
than
You've
that.
been doing that all fucking night. Pull it up on your computer.
What do you mean I've been doing it all night? The only thing I had to look up was like the
You've
name
been
of
trying to
the
look up stats all
institute.
night because you can't debate off the cuff. Pull it up.
What do you mean? Wait, the study that I brought up about like transgender bathrooms is something that I've known about for years. What? That's why I
So
was
why'd
able
you
to
pull the
link it to
study up
you.
if you knew about it for years? Just
So
answer
you could
Toasty's
look at
questions,
it.
bro.
Wait. So I could tell it. So that way you could know that I'm not pulling it out of thin air. That it's like actual literature. What?
Answer Toasty's questions.
Good lord. All right. So
what percent of men are what? So what percent of men? Just to refresh you, what percent of men are sexual predators?
let's
Don't be
see.
looking it up, asshole. You should know this.
Yeah.
So I already gave you like an
Fill the
answer. It would have been
facts.
like what on the order of 1%. You. So
You
I
think
don't
it's
know
only
how much.
1% of men?
That's my guess. I don't know.
I hate to say it, but I think it's a lot more than that.
All right, what's the percentage of men?
Well, I can't give you a percentage, but I know where Toasty's going from, so he can
Okay,
he can
great. So
drive
like
it
no
home.
one, so then no one knows then. Okay, is that what we're doing?
All
It's
right,
at
what
least
percentage
50%
of
of
trans
men, dude.
individuals are predators?
It's at least 50% of men, and you want to fucking give them access.
It's wait,
to
50% of
to
men
the
are
women's
sexual
label,
abusers. What?
and you want to give them access to the women's bathroom.
Wait,
At
50%
least
of men are
50%.
sexual abusers?
Yes, there are men who are sexual abusers. That's not
50%? Half?
50, at least half. Yeah,
Oh my, yeah, that's like actually deranged.
Well,
that's a generous.
Yeah,
let's say
where are you
it's
citing this?
10%.
Hold on, where are you
Just like
citing
I would
this?
say, at least half of
Where
women
are you citing
are
this?
also sexual
Where
predators.
are you citing this?
It's commonsensical. I mean,
Oh my god, so it's either
based
like
off of common
I'm damned
sense.
if I'd like try to look it up to
Hold
counter
on, you want the
the
actual
like
study?
facts.
You want
Toast,
the
you're
actual
making
fucking
you don't have a
statistics?
study. You just made it up. You told me you
You want
just
the
made it the
actual
fuck
fucking
up.
statistics?
You
All
literally
right,
just made it the fuck up.
Let's find out how
You
much you
made the
believe this.
stats up.
Let's find
You
out
made
how
the
much you
stats up.
believe this.
You
Let's find out
literally
how
said
much
you
you
made the
believe this.
stats up, motherfucker.
Hold on. Let's see how much you actually believe this, because I actually did pull it up. Approximately 93 to 98% of sexual assault and abuse perpetrators are male.
Wait,
Research
okay,
across
so
the
that's like a
globe.
completely
Hold on,
different claim.
did I
Oh
finish?
my god, he doesn't
Did
have
I
it.
finish?
So you don't.
Did I
That's a
finish?
completely
Did I
different
finish?
claim, by the way. That's a completely different claim. That
No, it's
is
not. No,
You're
it's
not
valid,
really
letting
by
him
the
not.
way.
finish.
Yes.
No,
So
it's
you're
really
asking
not.
me the percentage
Hold on,
of
I didn't even
you
finish
asked me
reading you
what
what I
percentage of the
found.
entire male
Holy
population
fuck
were
shit.
sexual abusers, and then you moved to something completely different. Was of the
No,
You
it's
gotta
not
let him
completely
of the
finish,
different.
Bones.
population of sexual abusers, how many of those comprise of men? Those are two different topics.
I didn't even get to finish reading you what I found, Bones.
All
You
right, let's
can't
hear
even keep your
it.
fucking dick in your pants
So
long enough
this
to
would be
listen to
called the
what's being
crime rate, by
fucking
the way.
said.
This would be called the crime rate, by the way, as well.
No shit. I didn't even get to finish reading to you what
Yeah,
I found.
you fucking retard.
I
Holy
didn't even
shit.
get to finish reading to you what I found. I said, let me see if you believe this. God, you're so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I do believe it. Actually, I do believe that. Like, I'm
So
looking
you
at the
believe?
quick
So then what's
facts
the fucking
from the
difference?
United
Okay,
States
then if you
Sentencing
believe it,
Commission. 93.6 of sexual abuse offenders were men. 57.5% were white. Yeah, I believe those.
okay, so if you believe that, then why is it so difficult to believe that 50% of men at least are sexual predators?
Because that just isn't the case. Do you know how many like offenses there were in the United States entirely? Okay.
Look, let's just say it's 10%.
Yeah, so you're like, okay, so you're actually like retarded then.
He believes the crime rate statistics.
Wait, do you
But he
actually?
doesn't
Okay,
believe
he's
at
like,
least half the male
he's so
population
stupid. He's like,
are
you're
fucking
actually so
sexual
stupid.
predators.
You're fucking retarded. So the amount of
Bones,
sexual
let's
abuse
just say it's
offenders
10%.
in 2021, when I'm looking at the data, is 1,062. And then in 2020, 881. In 2019, 1,165.
All right. So do you think
In
the
the order of
sexual
magnitude
predators
for
will
the
take advantage
population
of
of
the
United
system?
States
Hold on.
citizens is in the hundreds of millions. So we're not even like in the same order of magnitude, by the way, of like potential predators, by the way. You absolute fucking cretin. You absolute fucking moron. You think that half the male population are fucking sexual abusers? You fucking creep. I probably grant that you're probably fucking creep. But holy shit, I would never ascribe like that level of like misandry to men to think that like half of us are actually like predators. You absolute fucking retard. Holy shit.
You're jumping ahead of yourself.
Like I didn't know I'd have to like defend men in this case. I thought like fuck, I thought I was like the feminist in this case.
Oh my fuck. Men can be feminists.
You are pretty feminine.
Anyway. So hold on. Are those
and then how did I like fucking backbreak you in this debate?
Is that just the confirmed cases? Are those just the people who have been caught?
So you think that secretly there's like on the order of hundreds of millions of cases?
Are you claiming that there aren't any women that are coerced into silence?
To the level of there being potentially half the American population of men being abusers? Yeah, no. That's like actually retarded.
Bones.
Holy shit.
Bones.
That's like obviously retarded.
10%.
So he just
again, another reason why I'm glad I recorded this, by the way. This is another reason why I'm recording this. Because you're actually like making like completely like brain dead fucking statements here. You actually think that half the male population in the United States are like sexual abusers. You're actually deranged.
Foundation of the fucking argument, which you've never even fucking thought about.
You are actually deranged. Do you think that millions of men are actually fucking predators?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do this.
There are millions of crimes every single day that go unreported.
Hold on.
So you think out of the 175 million men in the United States, approximately, that half of them are going to be sexual predators?
What's half of 170 million? Go ahead, Mick.
So half of 170 million is just going to be like I guess it's going to be like 85 million, and then plus 2.5, so 87.5 million. You're saying that 87.5 million men are like sexual predators?
Put a pin in that for a second, Mick.
Hold on. I'm gonna try and
please like save Toasty from his like dog shit argument, please.
Well, no, hold up. So I think what Toasty is getting at, where we have laws to prevent sexual assault. Now,
no, that's not his point. You actually didn't track the argument. So his point was specifically that half of men are sexual predators. What his point was that half of men are sexual predators, by the way. So I want you to defend that claim since you were trying to pick it up for Toasty here. So are half of all men in the United States sexual predators?
I didn't say that. I'm trying.
Okay, so I'm asking you if you agree with the view. Like, granted that you didn't say that view, but do you agree?
Let me hear the fucking man.
So no, I'm asking you if he agrees with your view that half of men. Okay, so he's not answering. So I'm going to ask this question one more time. Look, I'm going to ask this question one more time, and then if I don't hear an answer from this, I'm just going to leave. Because like I've already like fucking farmed the fuck out of you guys.
I know I'm not.
I know you're not muting. I know you're not muting. So that's fine.
Shut the fuck up so I can listen to me, please.
So I'm asking Kraut if he believes do you believe that half of all men in the United States, Toasty, shut the fuck up, Kraut. Do you believe that half of all men in the United States are sexual predators?
I never said that. I'm trying to add
you fucking idiot. Okay.
But you're not.
So I asked you if you hold that view. Do you believe that view? Yes or no?
Bones! Shut
I didn't ask you if you said it. Do you believe the view?
Bones! Shut up!
I'm asking you if you believe the view, Kraut.
Shut up!
Yes or no?
I never
are half
made that
of men in the United States
I don't need
sexual
to provide.
predators?
I don't need to provide an answer. What I'm trying to say.
So then I don't need to provide a further argument from this because you're both retarded. Okay, look, since Toasty believes that half of all men are sexual predators, like he believes that erroneously, by the way, because he said just it's common sense that half the men are sexual predators. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't ascribe this level of fucking violence to men. So anyways, I'm done with this conversation because I feel like this is a perfect way to cap it off. I'm done.
For a second.
I'm done.
Can you mute Bones for a second?
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm leaving. Actually, this is like this is a good place to cap it off. This is a great place to cap it off. So I'm leaving. Peace.
Bones. No.
Nope. Fuck that. I got all the fucking clips I need from that. All right. So, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this recording.